Okay, so our next Earth Day read aloud, in honor of Earth Day, because today is Earth Day, I'm showing you the Lorax, which I'm not actually going to read because I bet most of you have already read this book, and I think we actually have read it in this class before, and we talked about it before, and there's even a movie, The Lorax. So this one is The Lorax. It is by Dr. Seuss. We talked all about Dr. Seuss. And this one's actually extra special because if you see on this sticker right here, it says Earth Friendly, printed on recycled paper, the Lorax Project. So this book, all of the papers that it's printed on was made out of recycled paper. So if you watched our video yesterday that I put on our Google Classroom about the trip to the recycling yard, the recycling plant, you saw all those big stacks of paper that people recycled that they then turned into a new book. So this book was made all from recycled paper. So since I'm not going to read the Lorax today, I have another one that uses the Lorax character. So same character. And this one is called How to Help the Earth by the Lorax. And this is not written by Dr. Seuss. This is written by Tish Rabb, and it's illustrated by Christopher Moroney and Jane Girardi. So it's called How to Help the Earth by the Lorax. Hello, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees and the fish and the birds, and I'm asking you, please, to help out the earth. I'm counting on you. Together, I know there's a lot we can do. So that's similar. It looks very similar to the Lorax book by Dr. Seuss, right? There's the triphala trees, and those are the swimmies, and there's the Lorax, and he's saying the same thing, that he speaks for the trees. First, I have a question, and I need to ask it. Do you know where the trash goes that's in your waste basket? Good question. It goes out to the curb, then a dump truck comes by, heaped with big piles of trash that are smelly and high. There's the trash man collecting all of the trash. Some days after that, these big piles of trash will be buried or dumped in a giant landfill. Some of the garbage that's dumped there will not, but most of the garbage that's dumped there will not. So some of it will rot, like our food trash especially, that could break down after a long time. But some of it never breaks down and rots. It stays there forever. Some cities burn trash. But this trash solution creates a lot of smoke, which creates a lot of air pollution. So that's all dirty air, and which is really bad for us to breathe, right? The good news, things don't have to go on this way. We can reduce trash. We can start right away. So reduce is one of those words you hear a lot with Earth Day. Reduce, recycle, and reuse. Take your lunch in a bag. You don't throw it away. Use the bag or a lunchbox again the next day. So almost every one of you uses a lunch bag or a lunch box at school every day. So that's really great. And even we use water bottles, right? That's reusing. Use both sides of your paper, and I have no doubt there will be much less paper for you to throw out. And remember, Miss Tracy always has that big scrap basket of paper that you guys are able to use. That's reusing paper. And when you've read magazines you no longer need them, pass them to your friends so they get to read them. So sharing books, sharing magazines, instead of throwing them away, maybe someone else wants to read them. Rather than tossing your old clothes, toys, and shoes, donate them. They're things other people can use. So that's a twofold great mitzvah. One, you're saving the earth by donating things instead of throwing it away. And two, you might be helping people that don't have things, or they might not be able to afford new clothes and new supplies by donating them. That's awesome. Put used soda cans in a recycling bin. Rinse them out when they're empty and throw them right in. They'll be made into new cans. This can I have here is made from old cans I recycled last year. So just like the Lorax book was made from recycled paper, you could also have cans that get recycled. Paper clips, rubber bands, buttons, and screws are things you will find that are easy to reuse. Put these things in a drawer so they're all in one place. They'll be easy to find and won't take up much space. So have extra things ready in case you need them so you can reuse them or fix something. When dead batteries are dumped, this fact I have found, the chemicals in them leak into the ground. Use rechargeable batteries, charge them, and then when they run out of power, you just charge them again. In helping the earth, you can take it from me. We need to find ways to use less energy. Energy powers cars. It creates heat and light made from gas, coal, and oil we burn day and night. So we talked about energy. That's why we always had a light checker, right? To make sure we don't waste the electricity and we can turn out the lights. These are all natural resources, and there is a limit of how much of them our whole earth has within it. We need to use less, and I just have to say there are ways to use less energy every day. So let's see how we can use less energy. When you leave a room, stop and turn off the light. Be sure to turn off your computer at night. When it's cold, wear a sweatshirt and take the time, please, to turn down the heat just a couple degrees. So some of these ideas were even mentioned in other stories we read, like Miss Fox's Class Goes Green. When you're doing your homework or starting to read, sunlight through a window may be all that you need. So maybe you don't need to turn the lights on if it's bright outside. You could just open up the window. Animals and plants are all living things are alive, need to have water. It's how we survive. So water is something we need to save too. There are ways we can save it. I'll show you a few. When you get up each morning and stand at the sink and start brushing your teeth, take a moment to think. A lot of clean water is going to waste while you reach for your toothbrush and squeeze on toothpaste. Oh, so you shouldn't leave the water running when you're brushing your teeth. Right down the drain, this clean water is going. So turn off the faucet and stop it from flowing. Spend less time in the shower and you'll still get clean. Try a 4-minute shower. You'll see what I mean. To help out the earth, please do something for me. Find a place that's near you and then go plant a tree. Trees provide shelter and oxygen too. So plant lots of trees. It's what I always do. And we've talked so much about the importance of trees. The banyan tree, the kapok tree, the saguaro cactus, how even when we went to the botanical garden, how important plants and trees are to the world. If we work together, the earth will get better, the land will be clearer, the soil will be wetter, the sun will shine brighter, the trees will be greener, the sky will be bluer, the air will be cleaner. I love all those things that we can help do. And next time I speak for the trees, fish, and birds, I know in my heart I'll need only 2 words. For all that you've done and for all you will do, I am the Lorax, and I say a great big, what do you think he's going to say? A great big thank you. So the Lorax is thanking you for helping keep the earth protected and clean and safe and healthy. And remember, the end of the Lorax, he gives us another word that's super important to remember, unless. And the point of that is, unless we do something, the earth will never be better. So unless we start recycling, unless we start reusing, unless we reduce, unless we turn off the water when we brush our teeth or take shorter showers or save energy, nothing will change unless we start it. So that's great, and have a happy Earth Day. Bye.